Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for February 14th. February 14th is the 45th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 320 days remaining to the end of the year, 321 if it happens to be a leap year. Today's word is pontificate. Pontificate can be a noun or a verb. As a noun, it's pronounced pontificate, and it means the state, office, or term of office of a pontiff. And a pontiff can be a bishop, but usually refers to a pope, as in the pontificate of Pope John Paul II. As a verb, pontificate means to officiate as a pontiff, to celebrate pontifical mass, or to speak or express opinions in a pompous or dogmatic way, as in, she loved to pontificate on the best ways to raise children. Pontificate as a verb comes to us from Latin. As a noun, it arrives through Middle English, and of course Latin before that. First known use of the word pontificate as a verb is 1818, and as a noun, the first known use of the word pontificate is in the 1400s. Pontificate. And with that, happy Valentine's Day! Also known as St. Valentine's Day or the Feast of St. Valentine's. It's celebrated on February 14th. Best we know, it started out as a Christian feast day in honor of one or two Christian martyrs called St. Valentine and has evolved into the romance-based holiday as we know it today. It's not an official state holiday anywhere that I'm aware of, but is widely celebrated with red hearts, greeting cards, chocolates, and special dinners. While not a widely used name currently, apparently the name Valentine, Valentino, or Valentinius were more widely used in the past, and there are several historical individuals bearing one or the other of those names, and after whom presumably this holiday takes its name. Several historical people born on February 14th have been named Valentine as well. The history and exact origin of Valentine's Day is difficult to pin down for sure, but somewhere along the way it was assigned the date of February 14th and became associated with love. Part of the myth about the Greek god Eros, who later became the Roman god Cupid, is that he used golden arrows to incite love and lead arrows to create aversion. Later on, Cupid came to be portrayed as this cute little cherub that we see in Valentine's Day iconography today, along with the iconography of hearts and arrows that have come to be associated with Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day began to be popularly celebrated in the 1800s with the exchange of gifts of affection and handwritten notes and printed Valentine cards. Today's Valentine's Day is the second largest card-sending holiday of the year, right after Christmas. We can thank the Cadbury Chocolate Company for their role in promoting the notion of chocolates for Valentine's Day. Back in the 1800s, they developed an improved method of processing chocolate that allowed them to make more of what was then called eating chocolate. You see, you had your drinking chocolate for cocoa and whatnot, and then your eating chocolate for candy and treats. They're processed differently, and Richard Cadbury had an aha moment and began making little chocolates and selling them in lovely decorated heart-shaped boxes. This was a brilliant idea because once the chocolates were all eaten and gone, that lovely heart-shaped box could be saved as a memento and used to store other mementos. This trend evolved and grew until the outbreak of World War II when sugar was rationed. At that time, the whole Valentine's Day thing got scaled down, but not obliterated. Victorian-era Cadbury boxes are valuable collector's items now, but even if you don't own a Victorian-era Cadbury Valentine's box, modern chocolate boxes still seem to be well made and can serve as a memento of affection. Valentine's Day. There have been plenty of other things that have happened on February 14th over the years. For some of those, I'll refer you to previous episodes of This Day in History for February 14th with links in the description. Today's song is kind of a pair of songs. Thank You, which was a double A side single, along with Everybody is a Star by Sly and the Family Stone. Usually the A side is the main song and the other song is called the B side song. It's often just something to put on the other side of the record. It wasn't done very often, but occasionally, and in this case, record companies would publish a double A side record where both sides are prospective hit songs and neither side will be promoted over the other. And that was the case with Thank You and Everybody is a Star. I like both of these songs quite a bit and encourage you to go listen to both of them, listen to the words. I was a little surprised to find that Everybody is a Star gave me goosebumps. Turns out it's a great song for Valentine's Day. Recorded and released in 1969, this double A side record reached the #1 spot for the first of 2 weeks on February 14th, 1970. Links in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Do not disturb.
Okay, I turned Do Not Disturb on.
Good job. I would like to take a moment to encourage you to like that share button. Okay. January 2nd. The 16th. It's all written in Roman numerals, so I had to translate it. Hopefully I got that pronunciation close. Yeah, Annie's ready to go. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty, back to work.